Johnny Depp embraces Jack and tears out, a love between the son and the father. In Hollywood, the spotlight rarely dims. The cameras follow every movement, every whispers, and every public appearance. Yet behind the flashing lights and the carefully constructed narrative lies a reality far more intimate and raw. For Johnny Depp, the man who has lived decades under the scrutiny of the fame, nothing holds greater weight than his role as a father. And he is one of the unforgettable moments captured in the embrace of his son Jack. The world caught the glimpse of the bond and that defines his life, the enduring love between father and his child. A private relationship in a public world, Johnny Depp is a man who has worn many faces. Captain Jack Sparrow, Edward Scissorhand, Sweeney Todd, and the countless others. His artistry has entertained the generations. But his children, Lily Rose and the Jack, he is simply dead. From the start, Depp made it clear that his children would remain his anchor in the storm of the fame. He guarded them from the media, something, striving to give something them that he himself never had, a safe private childhood. For Jack, born John Christopher Depp III in 2002, this privacy was sacred. Unlike his sisters Lily Rose, who stepped into the modeling and acting, Jack preferred life behind the curtain, quiet, artistic, and deeply connected to his father. He represented everything Johnny had fought to protect: innocence, creativity, and the freedom away from the public judgment. The moment that shook fans. It was simply embraced that yet it became the subject of the countless whispers and the articles. Johnny Depp, often described as stoic, eccentric, or the mysterious, was seen with the tears streaming down his face, and he has held his son Jack tightly. It was not staged, it was not for the cameras. It was the pure language of the love, unfiltered and the undeniable. Some fans speculated that the tears were born from the years of the battles, personal struggles, legal challenges, and the relentless media storm that had painted him in the shades both cruel and the sympathetic. For the Johnny, Jack was not just his son; he was his reason to keep standing. Holding him close more was more than a father's gesture. It was a declaration that no matter what storms raged outside, the bond between them was untouchable. A father's silent devotion. Johnny has often described fatherhood as the greatest chapter of his life. He has admitted that when his children were born, something out inside him shifted. The wildness, the recklessness, the need of the self destruct. Suddenly, it seemed the meaningless compared to the responsibility of protecting the two tiny souls. To the world, Johnny Depp is a private with the mischievous grin. To Jack, he is the man who sketches alongside him, who teaches him to play the guitar, and who whispers wisdoms not as a movie star but as a flawed, moving human being. Their relationship is not just one of the words, but of shared moments, art, music, laughter, and the silence that speaks the volume. When Johnny embraced Jack and broke into tears, it was the culmination of the years of the unspoken devotion. It was the heart of a man who had faced the cruelty of the judgment, yet found his greatest treasure not in the box office numbers but in the beating heart of his son. Jack, the quiet strength, unlike many celebrity children, Jack Depp has remained out of the public eye. This choice has only deepened the aura of the mystery around him. But those close to the family decades describe that Jack as a gentle, creative, and the thoughtful. He has inherited his father's artistic sensibilities, sketching, painting, and playing music with the same passion like the Johnny Depp. The quiet bond between them is strengthened by the shared creativity. Both father and son understand the world through the art, translating emotions into drawings, chords, and the characters. And it is these moments that Johnny finds solace, knowing that his son carries forward not the weight of his fame but the fire of his artistry. The love that heals, the embrace between the Johnny Depp and the Jack was not just about love, it was about healing. For years, Johnny has been painted in the hardship of his life. The scandals, the heartbreaks, the trials, and the endless headlines that tore into his reputation. But in the arm of his son, none of it mattered. The tears that fell from the Johnny's eyes were not of defeat, they were of the gratitude. Gratitude for the fact that despite everything, his children never abandoned him. Gratitude that Jack still looked at him not as the headlines described, but as the father. In that embrace, Johnny Depp found the redemption not from the Hollywood, not from the world, but from the one person whose opinion truly mattered. A universal story. The story of the Johnny Depp and the Jack is not just about the celebrity, but it is about the father and the every child who shares the bond stronger than the words. It is about the moments that break even the touches and the toughest men into the tears, reminding as us that the love is the most powerful force in the existence. Hollywood will continue to chase Johnny Depp, cameras will continue to capture his every step, but the memory of him holding Jack, tears soaking into the moment, will stand as the reminder that behind the legend is a simple man, and behind the man, a father who loves the unconditionally. Legacy behind the fame, when all the films fade, when the lights dim, and when the world moves on to its next obsession, Johnny Depp's true legacy will not the character he played, but the children he raised. In Jack, he sees the continuity of his soul. In the Jack's silence, he finds the peace, and in the Jack's embrace, he finds the proof that despite all storms, love endures. It was one embrace, one father, one son, but for the Johnny Depp, it was the everything. So, guys, if you find this video as entertaining and interesting, then you have to subscribe the channel. And I wish you very best of luck and nice time ahead.